Welcome, everybody, to West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Thanks for joining us today. I'm your host, Jeremy Krug, and we're on the campus of West Kentucky Community and Technical College in Paducah with two teams who've made it to the semifinals of the 2020 Academic Bowl. It's a game of quick recall where two teams from across the region will compete to win scholarship cash. On today's show, it's Mayfield taking on Murray High School. Let's meet our contestants. We'll start with Mayfield. First, we have Carly Rickman, who is a literature buff. Next, we have Virginia Glass, who's into robotics. The captain is Riley Sheridan, who is in drama. And we also have Christian Leon, who's on the soccer team. The coaches for Mayfield are Lisa Wingfield and Sarah Martin. On the opposing team, we have Murray High School. First, we have Garrett Herndon, who's into genealogy research. Next, we have Nick Holcomb, who plays baseball. The captain for Murray is Patrick Jones, who plays the guitar. And finally, we have Emily Burdett, who is a member of the band. Murray High School is coached by Wesley Bolin. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started and play the first half. Teams, I'm going to ask 40 questions. When you answer a toss-up question correctly, you'll earn the right to a bonus question. Well, let's start with a toss-up. Toss-up 1. Name the novel by James Jones concerning events preceding and during the 1941 raid on Pearl Harbor by the Japanese. Murray Garrett.
Torah.
That's incorrect. Mayfield, can you steal? That's time. The answer is From Here to Eternity. Toss-up 2. Thomas Aquinas was educated in the 13th century at what monastery that became a German stronghold in central Italy in the 1940s? That's time. The answer is Monte Cassino. Toss-up 3. Name the level in the atmosphere at which cloud particles consisting of droplets or ice crystals become visible. Murray Patrick.
Cryosphere.
That's incorrect. Mayfield Riley.
Stratosphere.
No, it's the cloud base. Toss-up 4. Consider 4 circles with a radius of 1 unit that are packed together in such a way that each one is tangent to exactly 2 others. What is the radius of the smallest circle that can contain them all? That's time. The answer is 1 plus radical 2. Toss-up 5. This is about what general? In a masterpiece of planning and execution, he crossed the Mississippi near Vicksburg and marched to insert his army between John Pemberton's at Vicksburg and Joseph Johnston's at Jackson and won 5 battles. Murray Patrick.
Sherman.
That's incorrect. Mayfield Christian.
Andrew Jackson.
No, it was Ulysses Grant. Toss-up 6. What is the drug Robinson Crusoe is speaking of in this excerpt? O drug, what art thou good for? Thou art not of worth to me. One of those knives is worth all this heap. I have no manner of use for thee. However, upon second thought, I took it away. Murray Garrett.
Opium.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you steal Mayfield Riley?
Love.
No, it's money, actually. Toss-up 7. What is the name for a transitional zone between 2 biomes? Mayfield Riley.
No answer.
Incorrect. Murray, can you steal? Murray Nick.
Interterrestrial zone?
No, it's called an ecotone. Ecotone. Toss-up 8. Tapestry is weft-faced weaving, which means that hidden in the completed work are all the other threads that run lengthwise, called the what? That's time. It's called the warp. The warp. Toss-up 9. With duties corresponding to those of the Secretary of the Senate, what is the title of the Chief Administrative Officer of the House of Representatives, mainly responsible for administrative support of the legislative process? Murray Garrett.
Speaker of the House.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you steal it? That's time. The answer is Clerk of the House. Toss-up 10. What is the volume of a cylinder that has a height twice its base radius? That's time. The answer is 2 pi r cubed. Have a defensive struggle here. Toss-up 11. What is the derivative of the cube root of x? Mayfield Christian.
3x.
That's incorrect. Murray, can you steal? That's time. The answer is 1/3 x to the 2/3 power. Toss up 12. Name the Dominican friar appointed in 1483 as the first Inquisitor General to investigate the religious heresy in Spain. Murray Nick.
Bartolomeu de las Casas.
Incorrect. Mayfield, could you take it? Time. The answer is Tomás de Torquemada. Toss up 13. What is the name for this kind of speech given by a director or theater owner before a play? Welcome to the Auk House Theater. Please switch off cell phones and pagers as they can prove distracting to other audience members. Flash photography is not permitted. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the show. Mayfield, Virginia.
Welcoming speech.
That's incorrect. Murray Patrick.
Curtain speech.
That is correct. You're on the board now. Murray, here's your bonus, 14. George Bernard Shaw wrote these words for what play? Remember that you are a human being with a soul and the divine gift of articulate speech, that your native language is the language of Shakespeare and Milton and the Bible. And don't sit there crooning like a bilious a pigeon.
Pygmalion.
That is correct. Bonus point for Murray. Toss up 15. To determine the power of a circuit, you multiply its voltage times its what? Mayfield Christian.
Resistance.
That's incorrect. Murray Garrett.
Amperes.
That is correct. It is amps or current. Here's your bonus, number 16 to Murray. According to Erasmus, the one-eyed man is king in what country?
Greece.
That's incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it?
No answer.
It's the country of the blind. Country of the blind. Toss up 17. The law of original horizontality was first dated in 1669 by what Danish geologist? That's time. The answer is Nicholas Steno. Toss up 18. What is the third number in this Pythagorean triple? 9, 40, what? That's time. It's 41, a 9, 40, 41 triple. Toss up 19. Justice Joseph Story wrote in his commentaries on the Constitution of the United States that the right of the citizens to keep and bear arms is the palladium of the liberties of the Republic. What does a palladium mean? Murray Patrick.
Liberty.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? Mayfield, Virginia.
Guard.
Please repeat that.
Guard.
Judge? That's incorrect. The answer is safeguard or guarantee. Toss up 20. Founded in Athens, what school of philosophy held that virtue is sufficient for happiness and that a sage is immune to misfortune? Murray Garrett.
Epicurean.
Incorrect. Mayfield Riley.
Socratic.
No, it is Stoicism. Stoicism. At the end of 20 questions, we have a score of Murray 3, Mayfield 0. Toss up 21, we'll move on here. The Bhagavad Gita, an ancient work from India, is a dialogue between the great warrior Arjuna and what god? Murray Nick.
Shiva.
Incorrect. Mayfield, Virginia.
Vishnu.
No, it's Krishna, actually, Krishna. Toss up 22. What major South African city was founded as a result of the Witwatersrand gold rush? Murray Patrick.
Cape Town.
Incorrect. Murray Garrett, I think. Mayfield Riley.
Johannesburg.
That is Johannesburg. That's correct. So, Mayfield, you're on the board. Here's bonus 23. The lateral area of a right circular cone equals the slant height times what fraction of the perimeter of the base?
1/3.
That's incorrect. Captain?
1/2.
It is 1/2. So Murray, you stole that point there. Toss up 24. These are names for varieties of what alloy? Ferrite, austenite, cementite. Murray Nick.
Iron.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? Mayfield Riley.
Pyrite.
No, the alloy is called steel. It's steel. Toss up 25. Opened in 1819 and a superb example of Spanish neoclassical architecture, named the major art museum in Madrid. That's time. It's called the Prado. Toss up 26. What form of the present tense is illustrated in this example? In Marx's Theses on Feuerbach, He states that the question whether objective truth can be attributed to human thinking is not a question of theory, but is a practical question. Murray Patrick.
Subjunctive.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? Mayfield Riley.
Present perfect.
No, it's historical present, actually. Toss-up 27. In solipsism, what is the only thing in the universe that can be known and verified? Murray Nick.
Nothing.
Incorrect. Mayfield Riley.
Yourself.
That is correct. It is the self. Mayfield, your bonus 28. In 1302, Philip IV established an assembly resembling the English Parliament consisting of representatives of the first, second, and third estates. Name this body.
No answer.
That's incorrect, Captain.
States General.
That is correct. So, Murray, you got the point for that one. Toss up 29. How many different four-person groups can be formed from 6 people? Murray Emily.
30.
That's incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? Mayfield Christian.
24.
No, it's 15, actually. 15. Toss up 30. Name the locomotory organelles of the Vorticella and stentor of the subphylum Coeliophora. Mayfield Riley.
Flagella.
Incorrect. Murray Nick.
Celia.
Celia is correct. Point for Murray, and your bonus now, number 31, going to Murray. The novel Men Against the Sea by Charles Nordhoff and James Hall details the 1789 journey of a captain and his loyal men in an open boat in the Pacific Ocean. Who was the captain?
I designate Emily.
No answer.
That's incorrect. Mayfield.
James Cook.
No, it was William Bligh. Toss-up 32. Name the terrorist group that claimed responsibility for the bombing of the U.S. Embassy and Marine headquarters in Beirut in 1983, and also said it had placed mines in the Red Sea in 1984. Murray Garrett.
Hezbollah.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? Mayfield Riley.
Al-Qaeda.
No, it is Islamic Jihad. Toss-up 33. William Blake was so annoyed by the elegant portraits produced by many English painters in the 18th century that he referred to what famous artist as Sir Schlossua? That's time. The answer is Joshua Reynolds. Toss-up 34. The name for abundant rock-forming silicates combines a term used by miners for non-metallic minerals and the German equivalent of field. What is the name for any such silicate? That's time. The answer is feldspar. Feldspar. Toss-up 35. According to Kepler's third law, the distance from a planet to the sun in astronomical units equals the period of the planet's revolution in years raised to the 2/3 power. In astronomical units, what is the distance of a planet from the sun if the planet's period is 8 years? That's time. The answer is 4 astronomical units. Toss-up 36. Name the ex-oboist of the 18th century Hanoverian guards who showed man how tiny he was in the cosmos by constructing the finest telescopes of the day, and who in 1781 discovered the first planet since ancient times. Murray Emily.
Kepler?
Incorrect. Mayfield Riley.
Herschel.
It was William Herschel. Mayfield, here's your bonus, number 37. To what newspaper did Daniel Ellsberg turn over a copy of a report entitled The History of the U.S. Decision-Making Process in Vietnam?
Washington Post.
That's incorrect. Murray, can you take
The
it?
New York Times.
It is the New York Times. Point for you. Toss-up 38. The title of what opera by Richard Strauss could be translated as The Cavalier of the Roses? Murray Garrett.
Le Chevalier de los Flores.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? That's time. The answer is Der Rosenkavalier. Toss-up 39. What is the derivative of f of x equals 9x? Mayfield, Virginia.
9.
That is correct. And Mayfield, you get the last bonus of the half, number 40. Complete the title of this Pulitzer Prize-winning volume of verse by Edwin Arlington Robinson. The Man Who Died. What?
I designate Virginia.
Thrived.
Oh, please repeat that.
Thrived.
That's incorrect. Murray.
Young.
No, it's the man who died twice. Twice. Well, that's been 40 questions. So let's take a look at the score. It looks like Murray is leading Mayfield by a score of 7-4. We're going to take a short break for halftime. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more West Kentucky Academic Bowl. We're back, and it's time to start the second half. Murray is leading Mayfield by a score of 7-4. Before we start the second half, though, we do have some new players playing for Murray. We have Chase Rennick, who is on the soccer team, and we also have Erica Urali, who likes to study languages. Let's go ahead and start the second half. Here's toss-up 1. On the basis of this passage, what type of literature did Lucilius write? Lucilius was the man who bravely, bold, to Roman vices did this mirror hold, protected humble goodness from reproach, showed worth on foot and rascals in a coach. Murray Patrick.
Satire.
That's correct. Here's your bonus, Murray. Number 2. What kind of pump maintains the resting potential of a neuron?
Sodium, potassium.
That's incorrect. A captain from Mayfield?
Just potassium.
No, it's just sodium, actually, just sodium. Toss up 3. Vectors are equal if they have the same direction and equal what? Mayfield Carly. That's incorrect. Murray, can you take it? Murray Erica.
Magnitude.
It is magnitude. Here's your bonus, Murray. 4. What British Prime Minister acquired controlling interest in the Suez Canal and secured for Queen Victoria the title of Empress of India?
Churchill.
That's incorrect. Mayfield.
I designate Virginia.
No answer.
It is Disraeli. Disraeli. Toss up 5. What early Renaissance sculptor designed the 28 panels of the north doors and the 10 panels for the east doors of the baptistry of San Giovanni in Florence? Murray Patrick.
Brunelleschi.
Incorrect. Mayfield, Virginia.
Michelangelo.
What's that?
Michelangelo.
No, it was Ghiberti, Lorenzo Ghiberti. Toss up 6. What character created by Thomas Harris says this? A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Mayfield Riley.
Hannibal.
Please repeat.
Hannibal.
That is, Judge? That is correct. Hannibal Lecter is the answer. Here's your bonus, number 7 to Mayfield. During the Middle Ages, the liberal arts included grammar, rhetoric, logic, arithmetic, geometry, astronomy, and music. How did Bertius refer to the first 3 of these?
Humanities.
Incorrect. Murray.
Holy Trinity.
No, they were called the trivium. Toss up 8. In medieval times, what part of the body was protected by a bassinet? Murray Patrick.
Head.
That is correct. Bonus, 9 to Murray. To find the component of a force on any axis, multiply the force by what trigonometric function of the angle the force makes with the axis?
Tangent.
Incorrect. Mayfield.
Secant.
No, it was the cosine, actually. Toss up 10. Name the part of an electric bell that ends with the clapper and moves in response to an electromagnet. Murray Erica. That's incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? That's time. It's called the armature. Toss up 11. This is from the original prologue of what tales relating to a borough in southeast England. Then longen folk to go on pilgrimages, and palmers for to seeken strange strandises, to fern halwes, curtha in sondrulondis. Murray Garrett.
Canterbury Tales.
That's correct. It is Canterbury Tales. Your bonus, Murray, number 12. Who composed these songs? They didn't believe me. I've told every little star. The last time I saw Paris, look for the silver lining. Old Man River, smoke gets in your eyes.
Muddy Waters.
Incorrect. Mayfield.
No answer.
The answer is Jerome Kern. Jerome Kern. Toss up 13. 1 year after his theses had been nailed to the door of the Wittenberg Cathedral, Mayfield Riley.
Martin Luther.
Incorrect. I will continue. 1 year after his theses had been nailed to the door of the Wittenberg Cathedral, Martin Luther's Reformation gained the support of what Swiss clergyman in Zurich? Murray Garrett.
Ulrich Zwingli.
That is correct. It was Zwingli. Here's your bonus, 14 to Murray. Rationalize the denominator in the following. 4 plus the square root of 2, all divided by 5 minus the square root of 2.
I designate Chase.
5.
That's incorrect. Mayfield.
4.
No, it was 22 plus 9 radical 2 all over 23. Toss up, 15. Mesons are gravitational anomalies on the surface of what heavenly body? That's time. It's the moon. Toss up, 16. What is another term for the propaganda technique called guilt or virtue by association? Murray Patrick.
Hazing.
Incorrect. Mayfield, Virginia.
Guilt trip.
No, it's called transfer. Toss up, 17. Given that the square root of negative 1 equals I, then negative 2 plus 2i, all raised to the 5th power, equals what? Murray Chase.
0.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? Mayfield Christian.
22.
No, it's 128 minus 128i. Toss up, 18. In medieval angelology, archangels were between angels and what other order of spiritual beings? Murray Garrett.
Cherubim.
Incorrect. Mayfield, Virginia.
Seraphim.
No, they were called principalities, actually. Toss up, 19. What German reformer said this? He who wants to be saved should be so minded as if there were no human being but he alone, and that the consolation and promise of God through all the scriptures concern him only. Murray Patrick.
Immanuel Kant.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? That's time. The answer is Martin Luther. Toss up, 20. A tuya is a volcano that initially erupts beneath what? Murray Garrett.
A lake.
Incorrect. Mayfield Christian.
Water.
No, it's a glacier or ice. We'll check the score. It looks like Murray is leading Mayfield 12-5 at this point. Toss up, 21. Stephen Foster composed Old Folks at Home in 1851. To avoid the prejudice against Ethiopian songs and to preserve his name for more genteel compositions, he sold the first performance rights and allowed whose name to appear on the published music as composer? That's time. It was Edwin Christie. Toss up, 22. To the nearest 10,000th, what is 1.002 to the 7th power? That's time. It's 1.0141. Toss up, 23. What term for any of the senators of Rome and their descendants were related to the Latin word for fathers? Murray Chase.
Augustus.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? That's time. The answer is a patrician. A patrician. Toss up, 24. First and last name answer required here. What 19th century First Lady was the inspiration for Irving Stone's book, Love is Eternal? Murray Garrett.
Mary Todd Lincoln.
That's correct. Here's your bonus to Murray, number 25. The seeds of some plants are unable to germinate until they have passed through the digestive tract of living organisms. Name this process which softens the seed coat.
Germination.
That's incorrect. Mayfield.
Designate Virginia.
No answer.
The answer is scarification. Toss up, 26. While Richard Dana's 2 Years Before the Mast is a novel of the sea, works such as Ole Rolvag's Giants in the Earth and Willa Cather's O Pioneers are novels of the what? That's time. The answer is soil, novels of the soil. Toss up, 27. The process of chemical and physical modification of deposited sediment during and after its lithification is called what kind of genesis? Murray Garrett.
Lithogenesis.
Incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? That's time. The answer is diagenesis. Toss up, 28. What What term in the Constitution means profit derived from one's office or payment for services rendered? Murray Erica.
Compensation.
That's incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? It's called an emolument. Emolument. Toss up 29. In France, it was a gig. In Italy, it was a giga. Name this popular 16th century English dance. Mayfield Riley.
Jig.
It is a jig. That's correct. Here's your bonus, number 30. What is the slope of the line defined by this equation? Negative 30 plus 10y equals negative 2x.
Y equals negative 1 over 5.
Judge? He said y equals and then negative 1 over 5. That's incorrect. Captain?
Y equals negative 1/5.
No, it's just negative 1/5. We'll check the score. Murray leads Mayfield 13-6 at this point. We'll go on to toss up 31. Imagine a rectangle with a 10-foot base. Two congruent triangles are aligned with the ends of the rectangle to form a trapezoid. The triangles have bases of 3 feet and hypotenuses of 5 feet. What is the trapezoid's total area in square? Murray Chase.
40.
That is incorrect. What is the trapezoid's total area in square feet? That's time. It's 52 square feet. Toss up 32. Persians worshipped the good god Ormuzd, who was constantly struggling with the evil one. Name the evil one. Murray Erica.
Ahura Mazda.
That is incorrect. Mayfield, can you take it? No, the answer is Ahriman. Ahriman. Toss up 33. What infinitive phrase completes this quote by Daniel Webster, etched in the House chamber of the U.S. Capitol? Let us develop the resources of our land, call forth its powers, build up its institutions, promote all its great interests, and see whether we also, in our day and generation, may not perform something worthy, what? Murray Chase.
To us.
That's incorrect. Mayfield Riley.
Of our nation.
No, it's worthy to be remembered. Toss up 34. What kind of phrases begin these sentences? Her fist raised in the air, Scarlet promised never to be hungry again. His revolver at his hip. He told us to smile when we said that. Ahab's eyes endlessly scanning the horizon, he sought the elusive whale. Murray Chase.
A positive phrase.
Incorrect. That's time. It's absolute phrases. Toss up 35. What are flat-topped seamounts called? That's time. They're called the guyots. Guyots. Toss up 36. Complete this maxim taught by Hoppy Gronwald in Topeka in The Power of One. First with the head, then with the what? Murray Erica.
Heart.
That is correct. It's the heart. Here's bonus 37 to Murray. Translate the title of this symphonic poem by Rachmaninoff. Toteninsel.
Totally.
Incorrect. Mayfield?
No answer.
The answer is Isle of the Dead. Toss up 38. Two vertical poles are 80 feet and 20 feet high, respectively. The poles are 100 feet apart. Taut ropes run from the top of each pole to the base of the other. How many feet above the ground is the point where the two ropes cross? That's time. The answer is 16. Toss up 39. A child is automatically a U.S. citizen when born abroad to American parents through the principle called the right of what? Murray Erica.
Citizenship.
Incorrect. Mayfield, Virginia.
Heritage.
No, it's the right of blood. And the last toss-up, number 40, monarans that have a many-layered cell wall and are blue after staining because they retain the initial stain are gram what? Mayfield Riley.
Negative.
Incorrect. Murray, can you steal it? Murray Chase.
Positive.
It is gram positive. And that is the end of 40 questions. That's the end of our match. And it looks like we have a winner. It looks like Murray is our winner today, defeating Mayfield by a score of 15-6. Congratulations to Murray. We'll be seeing you in the finals. You've just won $2,000 in scholarship money, and you'll be playing for $5,000 in the finals. And to Mayfield, don't feel too bad. Because you've won your district tournament, you're still going to get $1,000 to divide amongst yourselves. To everybody at home, I'm Jeremy Krug. Thanks for watching, and join us next time on West Kentucky Academic Bowl.